What if everything you know about space exploration was a carefully constructed lie? What if, behind the seemingly grand achievements of NASA, there was a dark, hidden truth kept secret for decades? Secret missions, mysterious images from Mars, and accounts from former NASA employees point to something much bigger than space agencies are willing to reveal. From enigmatic monoliths on Mars moons to hackers uncovering confidential documents, the evidence that we are being kept in the dark is becoming harder to ignore. What else is NASA trying to hide? Leaked testimonies and images suggest that humanity may have already visited the red planet long before we were told, and that something much greater is at play. Today, we'll uncover the theories and mysteries pointing to a reality that challenges everything we know about space and what else is being covered up. After Apollo 17, NASA officially ended the Apollo program, citing budget cuts as the reason. However, some believe that the Apollo 18, 19, and 20 missions continued in secret. Theories suggest that these missions may have involved exploring beyond the moon, possibly even Mars. But why would such a monumental achievement for humanity be kept hidden? Was something discovered that needed to remain concealed from the public eye? Documents, photos, and testimonies have emerged over the years that hint at something far more significant happening behind the scenes. Could it be that Apollo 17 was the last mission shown to the public, while more daring and secretive operations continued in the shadows? The Apollo program was a turning point in space exploration, with each mission uncovering more than what was officially acknowledged. The official narrative is that after the success of Apollo 17, NASA shifted its focus to other areas. However, secret leaks and declassified documents hint that the Apollo missions may not have ended after the televised moon landing. According to these sources, the Apollo program could have been part of a larger strategy to prepare for future space exploration, perhaps even secret collaborations with other nations. Were these secret missions truly exploring new frontiers, or was there something darker being kept hidden from the world? A growing number of whistleblowers and conspiracy theorists point to a cover-up that spans decades. If the Apollo missions truly ended with Apollo 17, why would NASA, an agency committed to scientific discovery, suppress further explorations? Was there a technological or scientific breakthrough that the government wanted to keep from the public? As we delve deeper into the mystery, the unanswered questions pile up, and the true story behind the final Apollo missions remains locked away, waiting for someone to uncover it. Could the answers lie hidden in classified documents or suppressed photos that the public has yet to see? There are claims that a secret crewed mission to Mars took place before 1973, despite never being officially recognized. Leaked documents and images over the years, including some suspicious videos and photos, raise the question: did the US actually reach Mars years earlier than previously believed? Some suggest that NASA might have worked secretly with agencies like the USSR to carry out these missions. But what exactly was hidden? Why would such a monumental achievement be kept under wraps for decades? The idea of a secret Mars mission has gained traction with a number of whistleblowers and insiders who suggest that there are more mysteries within NASA's past than we've been led to believe. These individuals claim to have seen evidence of a covert space program that went far beyond the public missions to the moon. Whether it's classified documents, declassified photos, or cryptic statements from former employees, the evidence points to something much more significant being kept from the world. Could it be that the Mars missions were part of a larger effort, one that continues to this day, hidden from public knowledge? A number of researchers have investigated this theory, tracing strange patterns in space exploration and government secrecy. Some believe that the US government and other world powers, including the USSR, were working together on Mars exploration long before the public was ever told. But why the secrecy? What did they discover on Mars that was so important that the public needed to be kept in the dark? The answers remain elusive, but as new documents are slowly released, the mystery of NASA's secret mission to Mars deepens. What are they still hiding from us? The space race officially began with the launch of Sputnik in 1957, but the true origins of NASA's mission might be far more complicated than a simple competition to reach the moon first. At the heart of the American space program were alliances with former Nazi scientists, including Wernher von Braun, who became the cornerstone of NASA's rocket development. While NASA's public mission was to beat the Soviet Union to the moon, many believe that darker, more secretive goals were at play, hidden from the public eye. Was the space race truly about exploration, or was there a far more mysterious agenda behind it all? The connection between NASA's rise and the involvement of Nazi scientists is shrouded in secrecy. The recruitment of former Third Reich scientists via Operation Paperclip allowed the US to rapidly advance in space technology, but what was the price? Many historians argue that the collaboration didn't stop at just rocket science. There are whispers that these scientists, who had ties to esoteric groups and occult knowledge, may have helped shape the direction of NASA's programs in ways we're only beginning to understand. What other agendas were these scientists working on behind closed doors, and what did they bring with them from their dark pasts? At the same time, theories suggest that NASA's creation was only the beginning of a series of covert operations, not just to reach the moon, but to explore other hidden agendas in space. Some believe that NASA was tasked with finding something out there, perhaps remnants of extraterrestrial technology or ancient artifacts buried on the moon. And the question arises, was the space race truly a race to explore, or a race to uncover the unknown and keep it hidden from the world? The answers, if they exist, are locked behind layers of secrecy and deception, and the full truth may never come to light. Wernher von Braun, a key figure in NASA's creation, was brought to the United States after World War II through the controversial Operation Paperclip. Von Braun had been involved in the development of the V-2 rockets for Nazi Germany, and his expertise in rocketry was deemed invaluable. However, the US government carefully erased his past, including his dark involvement in using slave labor to build his rockets. While he became a national hero for his role in the Apollo missions, his past remains shrouded in secrecy. What else about his time in the Third Reich remains hidden? Operation Paperclip wasn't just about rocket science. It was also about ensuring that the US had access to advanced German technology and knowledge. Von Braun and his team of Nazi scientists didn't simply help the US reach the moon. They might have also brought with them hidden knowledge, possibly tied to occult and esoteric beliefs. There are reports suggesting that some of these scientists had connections to secret societies that may have influenced the direction of NASA's work. What were they really working on behind the scenes? Were their contributions solely technological, or was there something darker at play? The mystery deepens when considering what von Braun and other Operation Paperclip scientists may have been involved with during their time in the US. Could their rocketry knowledge have been just a cover for something more secretive? Some theorists speculate that these scientists may have been part of a broader occult network within the US government, guiding space exploration toward hidden objectives. Were these scientists truly working for the future of humanity, or were they continuing the darker mission they started under the Nazi regime? If so, what did they discover, and what did they bring with them? In the late 1960s, an extraordinary collaboration between the United States and the Soviet Union allegedly led to a top-secret mission to establish a colony on Mars. This covert operation, rumored to be codenamed Redsun, is said to have involved both American and Soviet technologies, including the Saturn V rocket and Soviet resources. The official narrative of the space race claims that the primary objective was the moon landing. But what if this was merely a distraction for a far more ambitious and secretive program? What if the real race was not to the moon, but to Mars? Documents and testimonies from individuals close to these operations suggest that the Apollo missions were a smokescreen, designed to keep the world focused on the lunar conquest while the true, more sophisticated missions took place far from the public eye. Some even claim that the United States and the Soviet Union were not merely competing in space, they were secretly collaborating on Mars. The question remains, why was this collaboration kept hidden from the public? What could the two superpowers have been planning on Mars that required such secrecy? As whispers of Redsun began to emerge, there was speculation that the goal was not just to land on Mars but to establish a human presence on the planet. If such a mission existed, what did the astronauts discover on the red planet? Could they have found evidence of ancient civilizations or extraterrestrial artifacts buried beneath the Martian surface? And why have there been no official records or admissions about these alleged missions? The mystery continues, and as more details are uncovered, we are left to question what was really hidden from the public eye and what has been suppressed for so many years? Amid the flood of images and videos released by space missions, many question their authenticity. Modern technology allows for impressive digital manipulation, creating images so convincing that it's nearly impossible to differentiate real from fake. The curiosity intensifies. Why do NASA and other space agencies often release material that seems more like a forgery than legitimate data? There are many explanations, but the most intriguing one is that these fabricated materials may be a way to hide something deeper and more disturbing. If these images are manufactured, could the truth be deliberately concealed to protect the public from a catastrophic revelation? However, there is a fine line between what is fake and what is real, and in some cases, manipulated images may hide clues that should not be exposed. The question arises, what else could be concealed under layers of digital manipulation? Could the altered images be masking something that, if revealed, would change everything we know about space and its discoveries? If agencies are modifying the appearance of Mars or other celestial bodies, what else are they hiding? And why would they go so far to cover up such secrets? If we consider that image falsification has always been a powerful tool in controlling the narrative, a more disturbing question emerges. To what extent are we being manipulated by what is presented as truth? Many of the videos circulating about Mars, for example, mix real elements with subtle alterations, creating a false narrative that simultaneously conceals real information. If it's possible to manipulate so much, what else could be hidden behind this facade of deception? Is there something even deeper, more unsettling, being concealed in the shadows of space exploration? In 2011, journalist Luca Scantamburlo made headlines when he revealed an image of Buzz Aldrin walking on the surface of Mars. The photograph, allegedly taken during a secret mission, sent shockwaves through the scientific and conspiracy communities. Alongside this image, Scantamburlo also released testimonies from former NASA employees who claimed that covert missions to Mars had already taken place. These revelations added fuel to the already growing theories about secret space programs, casting a shadow of doubt over the official narrative about space exploration. The question remains, are these images and testimonies genuine, or are they part of an elaborate disinformation campaign? If the images and testimonies are authentic, they raise more pressing questions. What exactly is NASA trying to hide? Could there have been missions to Mars long before the official Mars rovers and space exploration programs were announced? The implications of such a discovery would be profound, shaking the very foundation of what we know about humanity's place in space and our relationship with other celestial bodies. Could there have been evidence of alien civilizations on Mars that the public was never allowed to see? Or perhaps these secret missions are tied to military or extraterrestrial agendas that remain beyond public scrutiny. These questions, once posed, seem to offer more mystery than answers. Despite NASA's efforts to discredit these claims and maintain control over space exploration narratives, the leaked images and testimonies persist, continuing to fuel the fire of suspicion. As more and more individuals, including whistleblowers and former employees, step forward with similar revelations, the story behind these secret missions becomes harder to ignore. Could we be witnessing the slow unraveling of a long-hidden truth? If so, what other secrets might be waiting to be uncovered in the depths of space? The more we explore, the deeper the mystery grows, and the more questions arise about the hidden reality of our space exploration history. The Phobos monolith, a mysterious structure on Mars' moon, has been an enigma for scientists and conspiracy theorists for decades. Discovered during space missions to Mars orbit, the formation was initially considered a rock or a natural formation. However, over time, its perfect geometric features and strangely artificial appearance began to raise suspicions that it might be something more. Astronauts like Buzz Aldrin, in their public statements, suggested that this structure could be evidence of an ancient alien civilization. However, despite growing interest, there has never been a detailed public investigation or a dedicated mission to explore these claims. The silence surrounding the monolith has led to a series of theories, particularly those questioning why it has not been thoroughly explored. These observations raise an intriguing question. Has NASA already sent secret missions to investigate the Phobos monolith? And if so, what could they have discovered that led to the decision to keep it a secret? Theories about a possible cover-up of the truth circulate, suggesting that crucial information was deliberately hidden from the public. The monolith could be an artifact left by an alien civilization thousands of years ago, or a structure made by an unknown force, whether human or extraterrestrial. The true nature of this structure remains shrouded in mystery, leaving everyone with more questions than answers. This only fuels more speculation about what really exists on Phobos and what else might be concealed. With the advancement of space technologies and growing exploration of the solar system, the Phobos monolith remains a reminder that there are still many secrets waiting to be uncovered. Could it be a clue left by a civilization that once visited or even colonized Mars? Or is it evidence that we are being observed by an unknown intelligence? These questions remain unanswered, while the monolith awaits its next exploration, or perhaps its permanent concealment. As space probes get closer to Mars, will the Phobos monolith finally be revealed? Or will it be another mystery buried in the silence of space exploration? Testimonies from former NASA employees and others involved in secret space programs have been a constant source of controversial information about hidden missions to Mars and beyond. Figures like William Rutledge, who claims to have participated in missions never officially recorded, provide a disturbing perspective on what is really happening behind the scenes of space exploration. These accounts, which are often discredited by the media and authorities, point to a complex network of secret missions that could have changed the course of space exploration history. While space agencies have denied any involvement with such operations, stories from whistleblowers like Rutledge persist, raising serious doubts about the transparency of these institutions. These claims could be just the tip of the iceberg, suggesting that what we know about space is only a filtered version of the reality. It is believed that these former employees are exposing a network of clandestine operations carried out in collaboration with organizations beyond NASA, dealing with extraterrestrial matters. Testimonies like Rutledge's suggest that NASA has been involved with extraterrestrial technologies and even alliances with alien civilizations. Leaked documents and whistleblower narratives indicate that Mars and other celestial bodies have been secretly explored long before any public mission or official program. The question that persists is, why are such missions and discoveries kept secret? What is being hidden from us? And why do these former employees continue to be censored? Could they have more information than they are revealing, knowing that their lives may be at risk by disclosing such powerful secrets? As the number of former employees becoming whistleblowers grows, it becomes clear that something much larger is being kept out of the public's reach. Could these revelations be the key to understanding the true scope of space exploration? Or are they just fragments of a conspiracy that has been going on for decades, with government agencies desperately trying to control the narrative? Time will tell, but one thing is certain. The claims from these figures are beginning to attract the attention of a new generation of curious minds who refuse to accept the official version of the facts. What else could be hidden under layers of misinformation and silence? We are only just beginning to uncover the truth. In 2002, British hacker Gary McKinnon caused a stir by infiltrating NASA and Pentagon systems, revealing surprising documents that indicated the existence of a secret space fleet. During his hack, McKinnon discovered records of non-terrestrial officers and unregistered ships in public files, data that raised disturbing questions about what is really happening beyond Earth's orbit. While the US government tried to discredit his findings, McKinnon insists that he uncovered evidence of a highly secretive space program operating far beyond what is disclosed to the public. But if these revelations are true, what else might be hidden from the population? The fact that McKinnon was able to access these documents with ease clearly shows that there is a network of clandestine information that can be accessed by those who know where to look. McKinnon was not the first to suggest that NASA and other space agencies might be involved in secret activities, but his discoveries offered a more concrete view of something many considered just a conspiracy theory. The mention of non-terrestrial officers could indicate interaction with alien civilizations or even an alien presence in military and scientific functions. Moreover, the unregistered space fleet could be a secret military force operating in areas of space beyond public oversight. If this information is correct, It implies that a major secret is being carefully guarded by the government, one that could change our understanding of our own history and our place in the universe. McKinnon's discovery and the subsequent reaction from authorities raise even more questions. What else could be kept hidden? Why are governments so committed to covering up the existence of secret programs and interactions with extraterrestrial intelligences? These questions continue to haunt those who believe that McKinnon didn't just uncover something extraordinary, but that he challenged the very system by exposing what many wanted to keep hidden. What else, beyond the secret fleet, is being concealed? And what is the true role of these non-terrestrial forces in the future of space exploration? McKinnon's story continues to be a key to understanding the deeper mysteries of the cosmos. Accounts of harassment and threats involving witnesses to revelations about NASA's secret missions and space exploration are common among those who have tried to expose the truth. These so-called men in black, mysterious agents, often described as government officials, appear to be a coordinated force to silence those who attempt to disclose information about extraterrestrial activities and advanced technologies. Witnesses who claim to have seen alien ships, advanced technology, or had access to secret data often report being targets of enigmatic pursuits and threats of destruction. This cover-up behavior is not merely a strategy but a pattern that suggests a deliberate attempt to keep control over extraterrestrial knowledge. What is being hidden, and who are these men in black really? These agents, in many cases, use psychological tactics to manipulate and scare witnesses, creating a web of fear and silence that perpetuates the status quo. The nature of these silencing tactics goes beyond simple misinformation. It is a sophisticated strategy to ensure that the public never learns the full extent of extraterrestrial technologies and secret space missions. Many report that after encounters with the men in black, their lives radically change, with financial difficulties, failures in their communication systems, and even physical threats. The question remains, who are these individuals, and what authority do they have to silence those seeking to reveal what is going on behind the scenes? The phenomenon of the men in black is not limited to a single isolated case, but seems to be part of a global strategy to ensure that certain information never comes to light. The threats these witnesses face are not just about protecting national security secrets, but also about controlling the narrative regarding extraterrestrial life. If the men in black truly exist and are operating, their actions suggest we are much closer to an alien revelation than any government is willing to admit. What are the true intentions behind their efforts to silence witnesses and protect this information? Are we about to discover the truth? The 1977 documentary, Alternative 3, is widely considered a milestone in theories about secret missions to Mars. Although it was initially presented as a mockumentary, many people believe it contains more truths than mere fiction. The film suggests that, beyond known space missions, there are hidden plans for colonizing other planets in response to an imminent catastrophe on Earth. The Redsun project is an extension of this narrative, intertwining real data with science fiction to create a fog of confusion. However, many theorists believe that these documentaries are trying to gradually reveal the hidden truths, disguised as fiction so that they can be more easily accepted by the public. This could be a strategic move to divert attention or to gradually prepare the masses for a devastating truth. The idea behind Alternative 3 proposes that global elites already knew about the impending destruction of the planet and therefore began developing secret escape programs, including the colonization of Mars. If the Redsun project and other related theories are true, it would mean that the US government, along with other world powers, already has plans for the exploration and occupation of Mars. However, instead of disclosing this information, governments seem to be creating a version of history that confuses citizens, dividing the truth between real data and invented fiction to distract the public. The true reason behind maintaining Mars as a secret destination could be far darker than we imagine. As more and more revelations begin to emerge, it becomes clear that the story of the Redsun project and its connections to Alternative 3 may just be the tip of the iceberg. If these secret programs exist, it could mean we are on the brink of a global revelation about space colonization and the true reason why Mars missions are so secretive. The truth is being slowly uncovered, one piece at a time, and it is up to us to try to put the pieces together before the history is fully controlled and rewritten. What else is being hidden about the exploration of other planets, and why is this narrative still being kept secret? These are the questions more and more people are starting to ask. As we peel back the layers of secrecy surrounding NASA and its space missions, one thing becomes clear: there's far more to the story than we've been told. From the mysterious monoliths on Mars to the testimonies of whistleblowers and hackers, it's evident that the truth about our space exploration efforts remains shrouded in mystery. Has NASA already made contact with extraterrestrial life, or perhaps even established a secret presence on Mars? And what if the moon mission wasn't the greatest achievement we imagined, but only the tip of the iceberg? The deeper we investigate, the more questions arise, and the greater the mystery becomes. Could the truth about secret space missions, hidden technologies, and alien encounters be something the public simply can't handle? As we continue uncovering these hidden narratives, it's crucial to keep questioning, searching, and pushing the boundaries of what we think we know about space, and what they might be hiding from us. So, what do you think? Are we really being kept in the dark about everything happening in space? Or is this just another unfounded conspiracy theory? The truth is out there, but maybe only time will tell what's really going on. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the unknown, hit like, share it with those who also seek answers, subscribe, and activate the bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming shocking revelations.